I'm coming up only to hold you under. I'm coming up only to show you're wrong. And to know you is hard, we wonder. To know you are wrong, we want. Really too late to call, so we wait for morning to wake you is all we got. And to know you as hardly golden is to know me all wrongly worn. At every occasion I'll be ready for the funeral. At every occasion once more, it's called the funeral. At every occasion, oh, I'm ready for the funeral. At every occasion, oh, 1 billion day funeral. I'm coming up only to show your downfall. I'm coming up only to show you're wrong. To the outside, the dead leaves lay on the lawn, for they don't have trees to hang upon. Ooh, ooh. At every occasion I'll be ready for the funeral. At every occasion once more, it's called the funeral. At every occasion now I'm ready for the funeral. At every occasion a 1 billion day funeral. I'm coming up only to show your downfall. I'm coming up only to show you're wrong. To the outside, the dead leaves lay on the lawn, for they don't have trees to hang upon. I'm coming up only to hold you under. I'm coming up only to show you're wrong. And to know you is hard, we wonder. To know you all wrong, we want. Really too late to call, so we wait for morning to wake you is all we got. And to know me as hardly golden is to know me all wrongly worn. At every occasion I'll be ready for the funeral. At every occasion once more. It's called the... All right, I've lost interest. I love this song. I don't know if they have any other good songs. I don't care. If they only did this song, it would be enough. It's a very strange song. I fucked around with it once in a while, here and there for years. It's sung strange. It's worded strange. The rhythm of it is strange. The rhythm of the cadence of the singing. I'm going to keep fucking with this, though. I'm going to turn it into my shit. It's a masterpiece. Whoever wrote it is a damn poet. It's simple, but there's a couple lines in there where if you think about it, you're like, damn, that's some serious writing. And the lyrics are different everywhere you go. Every site you go, every video that has the lyrics with it, all different. This one line, to the outside, the dead leaves lay on the lawn, for they don't have trees to hang upon. There's something a major poetry site always said, and that's not what this video is about. I'm going to go into the news stuff in a moment. I didn't mean to say this stuff. It's just, I'm thinking about it. And, you know, what difference does it fucking make? No one watches this shit anyway. There's this saying on this poetry site, and I never really took it seriously. Because, you know, everyone knows better, including me. I know how to write, right? I know better. I'm a way better writer than the owner of the site. My God, he doesn't even compare. It's a joke. That's beside the point. They like giving advice on how to write better. Never listen to any of it. Show, don't tell, or something like... Yeah, show, don't tell. Something like that. Yeah. They always push that shit. Kind of meaningless, but then again, maybe it means something. And instead of just saying someone died, they're using an illustration, an analogy, or a metaphor, or painting a picture for you of dead leaves on the ground, and they used to hang on trees and be alive. That's fucking brilliant. That's something I would never think of. My brain don't work that way. I would think of quite a different metaphor or analogy, but never that. Whoever thought of that and worded it that way, a damn poet they is. Mad respect, and I hate that phrase because it's so ghetto. Big respect. This song always impressed me, and I imagine everyone loves this song. I don't know how you couldn't like this song, honestly. And it's a very kind of generic pop song, so it should appeal to everyone. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. The other wording I saw in a video of this, it said they don't have the trees anymore as their home or something. It was different, and I was like, that's even brilliant. But that line right there, man, to the outside the dead leaves lay on the lawn, for they don't have trees to hang upon. I don't care if those are the right lyrics or not. That's what this website has. Fucking brilliant. And the other lyrics I saw in the video are brilliant as well. However that was worded. I gotta go find that again. A great example of show don't tell, I guess. A brilliant song. Very tough to not that they're that advanced, the band and the singing. It's not at all. It's very simple. That doesn't mean it's not fucking phenomenal. They're pushing the edges of their talent with that song, I could tell. But it's still perfect in every way. The only thing I don't like about it is that little build up at the end. I don't think it's necessary. I think it dumbs the song down a tad bit. The fast guitar part at the end. I just don't think it's necessary. That part. But other than that, the way it's sung is fascinating and interesting and different. It's a very strange, weird high pitch too. The cadence of it, again, very strange and different. Very hard to pick up. It's so different than everybody else. And the wording is fucking brilliant. Simple, elegant. Has a few lines that really are impressive to me. I can't say enough good things about it, son. And I feel like I gotta take a break already. I think I do. There's the beginning of the presentation. I'll get to it in a moment. I'm just going to take a quick break. Because what I just spent, like 20 minutes on that. This isn't a job and shit. I mean, not a paying one anyway. I don't know if God gave me this job or I gave it to myself. But it sure don't pay. So might as well take a smoke break, right? Forgot my coffee. Okay. All right, now we can actually start. I'll skip the introduction bullshit and let's just get to it. The axis of Satan, that name came from came from Iran. I laughed my ass off when I saw them call the United States, Israel, and I don't know who else, the axis of Satan. I thought to myself, they don't know how close to the mark they is. Liam Neeson, when he says we make a lot of money, he's talking about people who own oil wells, not you. That's for the rubes in parentheses, not you. So when you hear a bunch of right-wing politicians talk about, especially Donnie Shitbags, how much money we are making, you ain't getting a goddamn dime of it. You never was, son. And when your farm's going under, they won't give you enough to save that either. Don't worry. And Liam Neeson said that because of Donnie Shitbags on his money laundering site. The U.S. is the largest oil producer in the world by far, so when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. But I'm not even going to read the rest. Yeah, he, from kickbacks and bribes, and his oil buddies, yeah, they make plenty. Donnie loves oil, he loves coal, he loves it all. So, yeah, Donnie and everyone else in the oil business loves it. We out here, the peasants, they got to pay for gas. Well, I don't anymore, but you do. We're fucked. Amazing. He just proves ever and anon that he just doesn't give a fuck but the grift. That's it. And, you know, on the campaign trail, the talking points, the rubes, he's going to bring gas prices down, food, blah, 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 blah. When has he cared about anything but the grift, you fucking rubes? You disingenuous fucking rubes, because you knew it was all lies when you was saying it. You're just racist or you're just evil. That's the only reason anyone likes Donnie Shitbags. He's the epitome of evil. You know how I know that? He's the fucking Antichrist. He is the literal cause of a woman being shot in the fucking face. That may be good news to you. That's why you're going to burn. It ain't good news to me. It's horrid news. It's dystopian nightmare. Third Reich shit. That dumbass rubes never think is going to touch them, just like in 1939, I'm sure. And it always does touch them. That's just one example of the abject evil he lives for. Not to mention the guy getting shot in the back 10 times by a bunch of masked cunt cowards that are going to burn hot. Let alone the 200 dead down the Caribbean for no fucking reason other than to steal that oil. Because, you know, Venezuela stole our oil, right? Right, assholes? This is Iran, what they posted today, or last night. And what does it say, class? Because, you know, Donnie and Petey and everybody else say how great everything's going and they surrendered and they ain't shit. And the president of the U.S. raped children. The president of the U.S. raped children, and that's written about 7-8 times. You know what's fucked up? They're right. So how can we defend our president any way, shape, or form? We can't, can we? I know I can't. You might want to try it, son. Good luck with that. I ain't defending pedophiles. You can fuck off with that shit. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care if they were president of the fucking universe. We keep hearing how evil Iran is all the time. Yes, they've sponsored terrorism. Yes, they're in league with our enemies, and so's Donnie. He's a Russian asset, Donnie Krasnov. I don't know if you've heard. Just lifted sanctions on Russia again today. He always intended to do that. It's just a great excuse. Probably planned a long time ago. For the benefit of you dumbasses out there. Vlad was always coming to the table, no matter what. This a brilliant excuse to bring Vlad to the table, isn't it? Probably planned before fucking last January. Yeah, they're right. And the evidence is all over the place. And they're hiding the rest of it. And we all know it. Even the Roops know their boy's a pedophile. They don't care, though. Better than a liberal. That's why. It's over. That's why they going where they going. Because God don't play team sports. God looks at evil as evil. God looks at good as good. He don't care what worthless goddamn human label you slap on it. Called Republican, Democrat, whatever. Don't matter to him. Don't matter if it's the Buffalo Bills committing evil or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't matter. Still evil, son. Don't matter what talking point you slap on it, given to you by the devil, or a KGB agent called Vlad, or a fat fuck in a diaper and orange face called Donnie. That will not work before the man, son. Worthless. Fucking worthless. He's a pedophile, and we all know it, and it's the only thing he doesn't sue for. A guy that sues everyone. So who are the bad guys here? I don't know. I sure don't feel like the good guy in this situation. My country, I mean. Every day they pointing out that our president's a goddamn pedophile, and they're dead on balls accurate. Can't argue with that. And that same pedophile, gotta take another break quickly. That same pedophile tells us every day how evil and all the abominable things the Iranians do. Which is funny. Vlad loves the Iranians. Donnie's Vlad's bitch. He always has been, and that's been obvious since 2015 when he said, Russia, if you listening. So this is kind of a funny, weird, I don't know what to call it. Venezuela was also a proxy of Russia. I told you a while back, Vlad and Donnie, they're liquidating things. Vlad's liquidating all his vassals. Donnie's liquidating the fucking world. Because this wouldn't be happening. Venezuela wouldn't have happened. Iran wouldn't have happened if Vlad didn't give the okay. I hope you understand that. Bibi's in league with Vlad too. We're fucked. We always were. Okay. Yeah, Iran's right. Our president is a pedophile, so can't really argue that one. Here's Donnie doing a little interview. This might be from yesterday, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the 11th on it. Wasn't that yesterday? Trump to Local 12 Cincinnati. There's never been a better year for a president. I've been rated. There's never been a better first year than what we had. That includes the stoppage of 8 wars with a ninth to come. The economy is roaring. It's phenomenal. That's why I'm here. This is an excursion, a little excursion, and I think it's only that. 16 boats have been attacked. 7 troops dead at least. Another plane went down today, and we don't know if it was shot down or not. Missiles raining all over the Middle East and drones everywhere. The strait is still fucking closed. This excursion really feels and looks like a war. And if it wasn't a war, and if it wasn't going badly, every Middle Eastern country and Israel wouldn't be saying, if you post a piece of film showing damage or anything, we will arrest you. That tells me how it's going. Otherwise, they'd be showing us. There wouldn't be any satellite blackouts, etc. There wouldn't be you go to jail if you upload a piece of film showing a missile from Iran hitting us. An excursion, they say. And Rumsfeld, again, back in the day, said, oh, I don't see it even going 6 months. 20 years later. This is Mr. Liu. Recognize. Dear White House, multiple energy facilities are being struck in the Middle East by Iran. What is your plan for stopping fuel storage facilities and other energy facilities from being attacked so that oil prices won't spike and fertilizer prices won't get out of control? This is from Al Jazeera. The Bahraini Interior Minister released footage of a massive blaze at a fuel storage facility following an Iranian attack. Bahrain hosts the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet. And that's what that inferno looked like. Good question. Mr. Liu wants to know, like, what's the plan here? Shit's getting out of control. And when Mr. Liu asks a motherfucking question, you better answer it. Son. Iran's Supreme National Security Council Secretary Ali Larijani to Trump. Trump says he is looking for a speedy victory. While starting a war is easy, it cannot be won with a few tweets. We will not relent until making you sorry for this grave miscalculation. Hashtag Trump must pay. Again, I've been telling you, war's like fire. And there's been countless morons throughout the years that thought they was going to start something and it was going to last a week or 2 days or whatever, and it turned into 100 years. That's the thing about war. Again, it's like fire. It's uncontrollable, and it can spread very quickly and get out of control very quickly, and then it's a 100-year fight. Again, the United States decided it was a good idea. We're going to take out the top 50 motherfuckers, and they'll just give up right away. If someone hit America and took out the top 50 motherfuckers, that means Hegseth gone, Noam gone, Bessent gone, Donnie gone, many congressmen and senators gone. I have a feeling the American public will be quite upset. And they'd want revenge. Same thing here. That's not a minor thing, taking out the top 50 people. You're going to have animosity from that for about 1,000 years. And then the just indiscriminate bombings of, girls' schools, etc. that don't help either. What I'm trying to say is I have a feeling most of the country hates our fucking guts right now. Even the ones that hated the regime. Because Pete, Donnie, and BB thought it'd be fun to have a party over there. And the thing about that is people tend to take that real personal. And you know, they might light ships that are at anchor full of oil on fire. You know? Maybe shoot some missiles at some radar bases. Maybe drone some oil plants. Maybe drone some data centers. Dangerous game with a country that's got a lot of fucking weapons, man. They've been stockpiling for years. They manufacture weapons. This ain't Venezuela. This ain't Iraq. Ain't Afghanistan. Whole nother ball game, son. Why do you think the U.S. was so hesitant to go in there all these decades? You're seeing why. And it don't sound like they're giving up anytime soon. This fucking freak who belongs in a cage at a circus being poked with sticks by little children. Cocaine carp. What makes America special right now is our lethal capacities, our ability to fight war. No, that's not special at all unless you're a sociopath. Cokehead like carp, who's down with the Dugan Manifesto and all that shit. I don't feel special right now. I feel like I'm watching the government mass murder people and have possibly started World War III. None of what's going on and Palantir's role in it is good or special. It's all evil as fuck. And we gonna be judged for it, son. Do you hear me? We, the country. What do you think Donnie is? He is judgment upon us. The man allowing all this. We paying now for all of the excess and the empire, the dominance of the earth, all the shady ways it was done. And then we have the whole pedophile, satanic, baby eater class. And I hate saying shit like that because you sound like Alex Jones. The problem is it was never the liberals. These things existed. These people existed. Alex knew this and he knew who they were. Yet he was doing the Adolf Hitler point to the liberals, white supremacists, white nationalists. Accuse the other side of what we are guilty of. This psycho, what the shit he says lately, the past months. These people are evil, man. And they believe it. I don't feel special right now. I feel like I'm watching the end of our country. I'm watching our government mass murder us. Mass murder people outside of our borders. Kidnap people. Then there's the whole Nazi aspect. I mean, my God, just pedophiles, Nazis, Satanists. Go back. When you think I'm being dramatic using the S word, go back. Find the picture with the goat and Miss Haba, I believe, standing next to it. That's at Mar-a-Lago. with the $100 bills with Donnie's face and Trump we trust on the go. And really look at the picture. Sit with it a minute. And understand that was shown to you intentionally. And understand that means something to them. They worship it, son. The devil, I mean. And that's how I know. I could give you 30 other reasons, but I don't have the time. Go find the picture. Go Google it. That wasn't a mistake, son. That's what they into. And they don't hide it well at all. They make it obvious. All because Donald Trump rapes children. I understand why a lot of people think that. And yes, the Epstein stuff may have altered the timeline a bit. But I have to say again, I know what everyone else doesn't. All these people that make these comments. And they're on the right track. But they're still wrong. You're still giving them the benefit of the doubt. These people that say this don't even realize they're doing it. This was planned before Donnie got the keys last January. Epstein, if he was never born, all of this would still be happening. Maybe on a different schedule, but it would still be. This was always the plan. Adolf Hitler Blitzkrieg annexation tour. They Nazis, they doing the same thing. That's all. It was planned before last January. No matter what. The second I saw this right here, I don't know if you've seen it, came out today. All over the internet. I thought Reichstag fire imminent, and that's what I posted on the other website. On the news feed. The Army is offering up to $5,000 for information after 4 drones were stolen from Fort Campbell. I said, oh, those drones are going to magically get used against us somewhere, aren't they? Immediately, I thought of it. I thought of Reichstag fire. I hope I'm wrong. These drones were actually stolen months ago, and they still haven't found the people. And the people had access to the base. They just broke into an area they weren't supposed to. And they left with 4 drones. And again, the second I saw this, I thought Reichstag fire, and then I saw a bunch of comments and what people are saying. And they all think the same thing. That worries me. Remember how they left everyone stranded in the Middle East and you called a hotline and they basically told you, fuck off, you're on your own. Miss Warren is asking questions about that. We're nearly 2 weeks into this war. Has Rubio made any request for Transcom to help evacuate Americans out of the Middle East? Read. The Department of State made a request on February 28, and we have provided some assistance. That sounds like they haven't done shit. That's a very weak answer. When we called them yesterday, they said they have not asked you for assistance. Can you explain that? That means they didn't do shit. And this guy bullshit. Reed, I cannot explain that. Yeah, I know. The Reed gentleman is a representative of the military. So it sounds like from this interaction, all those people that needed help really didn't get it. And how many days has it been? A couple weeks? That's the Reich, baby. That's Donnie's shitbags. Back to this fucking freak. Fucking cokehead. This technology disrupts humanity's train. Largely democratic voters. You know, the enemies of fascism, just like Hitler saw it. And these are Nazis. Interesting coincidence, right? And makes their economic power less. And increases the economic power of vocationally trained working class, often male voters. You mean rubes? You mean people that vote MAGA, vote fascism? Vote to end their country, vote to be gassed, vote to go in concentration camps, vote to lose their farm. Often male voters. These disruptions are going to disrupt every aspect of our society. This was a plan formed years ago. What did you just hear this man speak? And I recognized it immediately. The Dugan Manifesto, Trumpo-futurism, male-centric. We don't like women because most of them are gay. And I'm not saying all gay men don't like women. These ones, these Nazi, technocratic psychopaths, sociopaths, most of them are gay. And it's obvious. Even the ones that don't admit they're gay. Mikey Johnson. Benny Johnson. This guy probably, I don't know. I haven't looked into him. I know he's a cokehead. I know he's a technocratic fucking fascist cunt. He just spoke it out loud. This is the same doctrine as the Nazis had. They were fascists. Anyone who didn't like fascism talked shit about the fascist ideology. You were a criminal. Same thing Levitt and Donnie are trying to do to all of us right now. Criminalize anti-fascism. Same thing Hitler did. So who do you demonize? The opposition that hates fascism that's in your way. Liberals. And this movement happens to be mostly gay male Nazis. So they have no use for women at all. So they want a total male movement. Thale, Leon, Donnie, this thing. Many others. He just spoke the Dugan Manifesto out loud, and he just admitted, yeah, we're trying to end liberalism and go after liberals with money and end them and make it all about the male white rube. That's the Dugan Manifesto, baby. Right there. So Mr. Karp is down. "20 people in the UAE have been charged for sharing videos of Iranian strikes. This is why we don't see anything. A reminder that we have absolutely no clue how bad the situation really is in any of these countries, right? No footage, nothing. That worries me. That makes me think things are going much worse than they're telling us. British tourist 60 who filmed Iranian missile in Dubai is facing 2 years in prison after being charged with cybercrime. Really pissing me off that I can't see what's going on over there. This is the New Republic commenting on Mr. Freak-ass Karp again. This fucking welfare queen cokehead. That's what he does with the welfare you give him. Does fucking coke. His message is loud and clear. My technology will take political capital away from one of your greatest enemies. Look, simplify it down. It's the same playbook as Adolf Hitler. We need to put liberals in prison. We need to end liberalism because it's the only obstacle to fascism. What I want to do. Same thing. Liberal women with degrees, and give one of your favorite demographics to patronize. Working class men, more political power to transfer to you. No, we know what it's really about. They don't like women at all in general. They don't even consider them, anything. And the males they're talking about are white males. This is a Nazi movement again. So it's a very exclusive club. Not many groups are included. What I find so fascinating, again, how many Nazis at the top of the old Reich in the 30s were gay? How many at the top of this? Almost all of them are gay. And one of the Nazi tenets is anyone that's not white, straight male, they go in the gas chamber. Again, the dichotomy or the hypocrisy was a lot of the top Nazis were gay. And here, most of them are. Yet this MAGA movement, yet this right-wing machine movement that they're all part of, demonizes gay people and transgenders all the time. Yet most of them are gay. Yet the old Nazis threw gays in gas chambers. Yet a lot of the top Nazis were gay. It's what it really comes down to is no beliefs except racism that whites are the best. And we take all the treasure. Those are the only two real beliefs. This man should deploy himself to the front lines of all the wars he wants us to fight immediately. Again, that's Karp. And that's what I thought when I saw his comment. When he said, what makes America special right now is our lethal capacities, our ability to fight war. Says a tech bro on welfare who doesn't have to do any of the fighting. Put him on one of them ships, put him in a uniform, I bet he have a whole different perspective. That it's not so special and wonderful and beautiful. War, I mean, fighting, killing, being killed. When you're a tech bro on welfare, part of a Nazi movement, and you don't got to work and just do coke all day, you can make statements like this because you're nice and comfortable away from it. But I bet if someone said to him while he was on stage, hey, Mr. Karp, if you think this is so great, we're so special, because of our ability, why don't you put a uniform on and get out there, son? If it's so great and special and wonderful. Trump's going to bomb California. 4 drones stolen from Fort Campbell. The military is offering $5,000 reward. Brace yourselves, my fellow Californians. The cat is out of the bag. Trump is that fucking sick to do it. Fuck yeah, he'd do it. He buried his ex-wife on his own golf course for tax breaks and to hide evidence. Fuck yeah, he'd do it. I'm reading you these because I saw a wave of these after I saw that story came out about the guys that stole the drones. Everyone's looking at it the same way I was looking at it. Like, oh, that's what they're gonna do. And again, this ain't Barack Obama and you idiots on the right wing. Pointing a finger, telling lies, and none of it ever happened. It gonna happen this time, son. Everything's happening. The subjugation, the camps, the mass cunts killing us, kidnapping us, our rights disappearing by the second. They taking guns away from certain people. Got camps outside the U.S., inside the U.S., a new Gestapo getting built as we speak. Almost ready. We got annexation of other countries. We got a major war going off with a major Middle Eastern country right now that has not surrendered, and they have one of the most valuable pieces of real estate closed the fuck down and on fire right now. So yeah, it's not too far of a stretch to think they pull a false flag. They need these midterms to go away, son. They're going to do something. Again, this ain't Barack Obama, and I ain't fucking Alex Jones. You really in it this time. I hope you understand that. Get mentally prepared. You really in it. All them things that they said the liberals were going to do, it was never the liberals. It was you and the Reich, son. From way back. From Nixon to now. Surely the government full of pedophile child murderers wouldn't drone strike its own people and blame it on Iran. That doesn't sound like them. Oh, that sounds exactly like them. They're being sarcastic, of course. Nobody actually believes those totally trackable GPS-enabled drones were stolen. And when they're used to bomb California, no one will believe the shitbag administration when they claim Iran did it. We're all expecting a false flag attack. It won't work. No, I didn't write this. Their name is Uju Anya. They look like a black woman. And they called this administration a shitbag administration. And you know me, I coined the phrase Donnie shitbags. I made that up. That's mine. I know, it's brilliant. It's all over. Everyone's saying it. No, they're not. It's just what came to me. And again, the reason I gave him that name is I picture the diaper full of shit. And the shit falling to each side of the diaper like he's carrying around 2 bags of shit with him. So that's why I gave him the name Donnie Shitbags. And she called it a shitbag administration. Another person saying, yeah, false flag's imminent. I'm a little worried. And that was my first thought. And I'm not, that quick to jump to the false flag thing. But it was my first thought when I was like, come on, they stole 4 drones from a military base. Rest in peace to all the Americans who are about to die in the coming false flag so the pedophiles don't have to go to jail. Again, everyone thinks it's because of the pedophilia, and I understand why you all think that. You're on the right track. You're on the right path. But you don't know what I know. All of this was going to happen anyway. The Adolf Hitler annexation tour, the stealing of oil, the bombing of Iran, all of it. The temple at Israel, him in league with Bibi, and this, all of it. But they on the right track. The drones were allegedly stolen in November, but the army is promoting this information now. We are watching a false flag play out in real time. A lot of people are saying this. Many people are saying, and they're saying it very strongly. They worry in me. The first set of illegal immigrants Trump doesn't want to immediately pick up and deport are Iranian sleeper cell agents who are apparently monitoring, and I know their location. I mean, come on. And they're saying that because last night, I believe, Donnie said this. I can't remember. Trump says he's been briefed on Iranian sleeper cells inside the U.S. We know where most of them are. We got our eye on all of them, I think. Oh my God, did he really say that? And, one could look at that as, oh, they want the Iranian sleeper cell. They're not arresting them. They know where they are, according to Donnie, and they're watching them, and they got it. So when you present it like that, it makes people say, well, okay, I guess they want an attack on the United States. They need an attack for something. According to what Donnie's saying here, one could infer that. And they got a good point. I didn't look at it that way when he said it. Anybody else that ain't white, they deporting like a motherfucker. It's all they preach every day, all day, and it's all they do. Yet Iranian terrorists, sleeper cells, they're just watching them. Yeah, that don't make much sense. Trump's FBI is warning that Iran may bomb the West Coast with drones. Now 4 drones suddenly go missing from Fort Campbell. This orange traitor motherfucker is going to bomb somewhere on the West Coast and blame Iran, isn't he? Again, many people are saying this. That's why I'm reading them to you. This is a small sample. Like every other comment was this. The FBI has warned police departments in California that Iran wants to retaliate for American attacks by launching offensive drones against the West Coast, according to an alert reviewed by ABC News. This is ABC that posted this. So you hear that news bulletin, you see that report about men stealing drones, and the equation starts to get solved. And look, Adolf Hitler had his Reichstag fire. They are doing the exact Adolf Hitler playbook. These are Nazis. They believe it. It's their religion. So, what does that mean, class? If Adolf had a Reichstag fire, that means Donnie's going to need a Reichstag fire to get his fascist takeover accomplished. And to make elections null and void. Guaranteed, inevitable. Mentally prepare yourself. I need another break. I didn't realize how tired I was before I came on. I'm having trouble speaking again. That's from sheer fatigue. And I got a bunch of sugary shit I could fucking eat too. I should have ate some of it. I'll be right back. Hey. Again, Donnie says he's been briefed on Iranian sleeper cells, and this person is saying about that, what an absolute crock of shit. The USA is at war with Iran, but this liar wants you to think that he knows where Iranian sleeper cells are, but is happy to just watch them. Give me a break. It's so ridiculous that people believe this crap. CIA/Mossad false flags coming soon. I don't know how much I buy the Mossad thing for 9/11. A lot of people say that. But there's a man named Silverstein who eats breakfast on a certain floor of that building when that building existed every day. And he didn't do it that day. He had a medical emergency or an appointment his wife scheduled or something. And he just bought a building in Cali, a major one in LA, I believe. So, I swear if that building gets hit, that specific building that he just bought into, that'd be a bit of a coincidence. Comments like this all over the internet, so many people are saying it. People that don't even usually say false flag are saying, expect one. I look at it this way. Adolf Hitler had his Reichstag fire. That's the Nazi playbook. You need events to call terrorism, to call evil. And in response, you give me emergency powers. And I promise I'll give them back. Or we need to cancel elections for a while. Don't worry, we'll have elections again someday after Armageddon. That's the way I look at it. We will have a Reichstag fire moment. The MSM are planning stories about an Iranian drone attack on Hollywood. 4 drones then get stolen from Fort Campbell, which were built by Skydio. Skydio is one of the main contractors of drones for the IDF. Clear false flag being prepared unless we call it out. Again, so many people are saying this. It's worrying me. We will have a massive hunger event if fertilizers don't arrive soon to the farms. 30 to 50% of the go through, excuse me, they typed it out wrong. 30 to 50% go through the Strait of Hormuz. The entire chip industry is about to shut down and no one is panicking yet. No helium, no semiconductors, no phones, no AI, no future. Those are people that know what comes through that strait. And that's what they're saying. Bank data center struck by missile in Iran. Okay, Israel targeted a data center for a bank in Iran. That's why Iran said, okay, data centers are on the table. I thought Iran hit data centers first. They may have. I'm not sure the timeline yet. All I know is some have been hit, and they're not Iranian. So it could be that the Israelis and the U.S. hit their data centers first. I don't know. It's hard to know how this chronologically played out. I'll talk more about it in a minute. This from the New York Times. Suspect is killed in attack on Michigan synagogue. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I wonder about this as well. I heard there was a training event at this literal synagogue months earlier. And I know how the narrative is trying to be painted, and I'm a person that would never say something like this, but I'm seeing it. So I'm saying it. The narrative, the picture is trying to be painted that there's just massive uprise in anti-Jewish sentiment, attacks, etc. I know they are trying to paint that picture and use it to shut down everything. From second one, Donnie's been doing the Protector of the Jewish People Act when he's a Nazi. He's put people in prison, in gulags for it, right at the beginning. Muslim students in colleges that express negative sentiment towards Israel. So every attack like this, I got to wonder about now, because I know what the agenda is, and I would never say this before Donnie. Because oftentimes it wasn't true. And Israel is being scapegoated for a lot of things they weren't responsible for decades by white supremacists and others that hate Israel. Yes, they've done a lot of horrible things. So has everyone else around them. That attack on October 7th was goddamn despicable, what took place. Israel had the currency, the world currency, to get revenge for that. And they did. But then they took it to a whole new place, ethnic cleansing. We're going to take more territory. We're going to invade Lebanon. We're going to invade Iran. They took it to a whole other place with the Antichrist on his shitbags. I can't be on board anymore. I'm sorry. I had to leave that train a long time ago. Because what Israel is doing now is not good. It's downright evil. And I know where it's all leading, and I know what Bibi wants, and I know what the finance minister wants, and I know what Donnie wants, and I know what Satan wants. He wants that temple. Because that's when Satan has this big moment to say he's God, or his Antichrist is God, which again is Satan saying he's God. That's all. That's where it's all going. They need shit like this. They need this picture painted that there's a lot more attacks against Jews and Israel these days. When again, for the most part, lately, since last January of 25, I've been seeing only Israel dropping the bombs. I'm seeing only the Reich dropping the bombs. I'm not seeing the Middle Eastern countries dropping the bombs. I'm seeing bombs get dropped on them. So we can all out here paint this picture that, you know, everyone's attacking the Jews right now, or Israel right now, but Israel has been the one dropping the bomb since Jan 2025. The Reich has been the one dropping the bomb since Jan 2025. So who's the good guy here? It sure don't look like Israel's the good guy, and it sure don't look like the Reich is the good guy. So I can't be on board, son. I'm sorry. I got to call it what it is. This attack, what they don't tell you, the Reich, others. This person that attacked a synagogue is from Lebanon. They have family there who were killed recently by the Israelis. This was a revenge attack. So that's the history behind it. It wasn't a guy that just woke up one day and said, I want to go kill some Jews. He was getting revenge for his family members being killed. That's the story I've been hearing. An ICE air deportation flight on a small jet landed last night in Eswatini. I don't even know where that is. That's Africa? Johannesburg is nearby. Lesotho, Durban, South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe's above it. Mozambique to the right. Eswatini on the coast. None of the people were from Eswatini that were sent there, so you know what's going to happen to them, right? Right. That's what the Reich wants to do to you. I've been telling you that since last January. That's the horror they want you to face. Shit like that. Camps sent to Eswatini, Rwanda, wherever, whoever will kill you. Whatever shithole will take you for the couple $1 million. So they sent more people there to die that aren't from there. I can't express how evil that is. After Amazon data center strike, Iran threatens Google, Microsoft, and NVIDIA in expanding tech war. After strikes on Amazon data centers in the Gulf and a bombing of a bank in Tehran, that was a data center as well, for a bank, Iran's Revolutionary Guard issued a target list naming Google, Microsoft. I told you about this yesterday, but what the info I didn't have yet was the data centers for Amazon did get hit. Not in Iran. By Iran. Amazon cloud units data centers in UAE and Bahrain damaged in drone strikes. This is from March 2nd. So they hit them at the beginning. Like I thought. In the UAE, 2 of our facilities were directly struck, while in Bahrain, a drone strike in close proximity to one of our facilities caused physical impact to our infrastructure. Amazon's cloud unit, Amazon Web Services, said in an update on its status page. So the company admitted it. These strikes have caused structural damage, disrupted power delivery to our infrastructure, and in some cases required fire suppression activities that resulted in additional water damage. So they fucked up some data centers for Bezos. It's verified. We are working to restore full service availability as quickly as possible, though we expect recovery to be prolonged given the nature of the physical damage involved. So it must have got hit pretty hard. AWS had previously said objects had triggered a fire on Sunday. Objects. That forced authorities to eventually cut power to a cluster of Amazon data centers in the UAE, with restoration expected to take at least a day. Financial institutions that use AWS services have been affected by the outage. One person with direct knowledge told Reuters, requesting anonymity because of the sensitivity, and it's cut off. I don't have the rest. I'm sorry. I just wanted a piece of it. This is from Iran. Tehran officially rejects all ceasefire offers, so Iran says fuck off. Again, in the middle of negotiations, they got attacked. Their top 50 got assassinated. They kind of pissed off. And, you know, I think Pete and Donnie took it too far. And I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. And they straight up say, we don't want to talk. We don't want to negotiate. We're going to burn shit. Iran again. This was the moment we struck and destroyed 2 oil tankers affiliated with the American regime in the northern Persian Gulf last night. Less money for pedophile cowboys. It's one of their accounts again. They've got several. Don't sound like they surrendered, huh? The 42nd wave of Operation True Promise 4 was carried out with the launch of more lethal ballistic missiles against the axis of Satan. The 43rd wave is pending. When I read this and I read Axis of Satan, I laughed my ass off. One, because it's funny. In other times, it may be over the top. But Iran right now, no matter what you think of them or I think of them, no matter how evil the Ayatollah was or his son or the regime, and they are evil, and they were evil. When they say that, and remember, Iran used to call us the Great Satan. I found a post like that from Iran today that called us the Great Satan again. America. I always like that phrase by them. They're good at this. They're good at it. So when I heard the axis of Satan, I thought to myself, after I laughed for a minute, they don't understand how on the mark they are. And I don't know how many of you out there, you might think we're the good guys in this situation, or Donnie is, or what, or America is. No. We're being run by the devil right now. You understand that? Straight up. And the devil's boy is Donnie. The boy, the literal boy that's in the book that you heard about. Not kinda, not he's an Antichrist. No, he's the motherfucker. Described as one of the most evil, disgusting, vile, abominable monsters, animals ever to walk this earth. So when Iran calls us and Israel and whatever group they're including in this, the axis of Satan, yep. Literally, that's not an exaggeration, a lie, not drama, not over the top. It's spot bloody on. When they say we're being run by a pedophile, spot bloody on. Can't argue with that. I personally, with the knowledge, I can't argue with axis of Satan. Another reason I laughed. Yeah. They're right. Nailed it. Whether they know it or not. That he's the Antichrist, I mean. They fucking nailed it. Axis of Satan. This is Jim Stewartson talking about cocaine carp. This freak is genuinely crazy. When you tease out what he's saying, Palantir is designed to make the population poorer, more Republican, more vocational, not more Republican, more fascist. More vocational, more male. It's Peter Thiel's Nazi Wonderland. It's Alexander Dugin's Wonderland as well. It's Trumpo-futurism. It's what they want to turn AI into. That's what Dugin talks about. Karp was saying it out loud, the manifesto. And the reason Jim is saying that again, this comment, this technology disrupts humanity's train, largely Democratic voters, and makes their economic power less and increases the economic power of vocationally trained working class, often male. No, it doesn't. All I see is prices going up for everything, and I see everyone getting poorer. That's all I see. I don't see the working white male doing well at all. So again, what do they really believe? Nazism, eugenics, and they get all the treasure. That's what they really believe. This isn't a movement for the working class white man, the rube. No, this is a movement where they get all the treasure and you work your ass off and try and support your family and you lose your marriage or whatever from the stress of it, money problems, whatever. It happens to you all. And you send some of that money to the government out of every check. And they hand it to fucking worthless goddamn cunts like this. In the billions, son, or the hundreds of millions. I don't see this movement benefiting the working man at all. I see us getting looted and dismantled. That's just what he's saying out loud, and he knows this. It's just to get you idiots on board at the bottom that aren't smart enough to see you're being conned. I'm not part of this movement. I don't see it as a positive for society, even though I'm a white male. And I could benefit from it in certain ways. Because I know it's of Satan. It's just evil. It's just Nazism. And the Nazis were the same thing. They didn't believe in all the aspects of Nazism. That was just to, have an ideology to put out there. The real belief was the grift and we take all the money and we kill who we want. That's it. Same thing with these cunts. He talks about murder and let's hurt the liberals. That's his fucking ideology. The man's a cokehead welfare queen. And again, all he's doing is speaking the Dugan Manifesto out fucking loud. He's admitting he's part of the movement by saying all that. In an unprecedented series of attacks, Iran has targeted commercial data centers in Gulf countries in the context of the armed conflict. It used Shahed 136 drones to strike 2 Amazon data centers in the UAE, causing devastating fire, power outages, and further damage as firefighters fought the blazes. A strike on a 3rd Amazon data center in Bahrain soon followed, although reports suggest the attack caused the damage indirectly when a drone hit nearby. These attacks highlight the importance of data centers to civilian society and their growing operational significance in warfare. I'm not going to read the rest. I just wanted to let you know that those data centers, yes, they did get hit, the Bezos ones, in 2 different countries. Today, we found out a refueling aircraft was lost. CENTCOM says a U.S. KC-135 refueler was lost over western Iraq during operations. Okay, the Reich is telling us it was a non-combative incident. It wasn't friendly fire. It was just an accident between 2 planes. And one of the planes managed to land and the other one crashed. That's the story the Reich is giving us. Then we have Iran. One of their accounts again. We have successfully shot down an American regime KC-135 aerial tanker over Iraq. Another was also hit in the same region. Now, the one that landed, I saw that one. It's missing part of the plane. I can't tell if it was hit by something from Iran or not. The other one, we just don't know. We don't know where it's at. They didn't find the people. We don't know. So I don't know who to believe here. I'm sure they could very easily shoot one of these down. They're not a very hard target to hit. I hope they refuel at high altitude or something. Because the plane ain't made for speed. It's made to carry fuel and deliver it midair. So again, I don't know who to believe. And they wouldn't tell us if Iran shot it down. They would just lie about it. because they don't want to look any more stupid than they do. And we've lost, what, 3 jets to friendly fire. We've now lost one of these planes. I'm sure that costs like $1 million fucking dollars at least. And the fuel on board and another plane is damaged kind of bad. So it's going great. How long are they going to hide the dead bodies of the crew for? Because I heard there's no ejection seats, and I heard from Adam Kinzinger, actually, that those planes used to have parachutes in them, and they got rid of those. In a now deleted tweet, a CBS official confirms one of the KC-135s involved in the incident over Iraq was hit. The other one went down. CENTCOM censorship and PMU linked channels claiming responsibility are leading me to believe this was a shoot down, not an accident. Well, we got to wonder that about every plane that goes down, because the Reich wouldn't be quick to tell us that they got shot the fuck down. This is the Post. Jennifer Jacobs. And this post got taken down, and it looks like this. Breaking via CBS on war with Iraq. KC-135 went down in West Iraq. A crew of 6. Another KC was hit, but landed in Israel. Again, I saw the picture of the plane that landed. It is missing a piece. So who the fuck knows if Iran hit it or one of their proxies in another country? I don't know who to believe. All I know is we got at least 4 major aircraft gone now, thanks to Donnie's shitbags. And I assume the men in this craft are dead. With no ejection seats, no parachutes. I assume they're dead. So that's more bodies coming home, son. The man who rammed his explosive-laden truck in a Michigan synagogue today was named Amon Gazela. According to a source familiar with the situation, Gazela posted photos overnight of his family members, including young children who were killed in a recent Israeli attack on the town of Mashkara, Lebanon. This is a developing story, so again, this wasn't a Islamic terrorist that just felt like killing some Jews that day. The Israelis killed some of his family in Lebanon. And that's getting bigger. What's going on between Israel and Lebanon is getting bigger and worse by the day. They've displaced hundreds of thousands of people in Lebanon. And it's starting to look like Gaza. It's getting the fuck out of hand. It was out of hand from day one when I saw how many people were displaced from their homes. I don't know if you understand what's going on in Cuba right now. The Reich is withholding Venezuelan oil from Cuba. Their economy is fucked. People are starving. It is dire. Mexico trying to help them by letting some oil through. But it's nowhere near enough. What I am trying to tell you is the Reich, the Antichrist, and that whole apparatus, Rubio, Hegseth, all of them, with their little move in Venezuela, and this was intentional. This is an intentional effort that's going on by the Reich. They are starving an entire country. They have power outages, all kind of great stuff, directly because of what the Reich did to Venezuela and them making sure Cuba cannot exist as a country. It's intentional. And they don't hide it. Donnie, Hegseth, Rubio, they ain't lying about it. They ain't hiding it. They letting you know we're the reason all them people are starving. Yeah, isn't it great? What I'm trying to say is now you have your name on them starving an entire country. These people are abject evil. The reports I'm seeing coming out of Cuba, which I don't even have time to talk about, have been going on for a while now. It is fucking dire there. And it's directly caused by the Reich. It's intentional. And again, they admit it. They don't lie about it. The Reich, I mean. So we got mass murder in Iran, killing 175, little girls. We got the world's economy fucked. We got them, they annexed Venezuela and their oil. They're withholding it from the countries that need it, starving them the fuck out, including Cuba. They have the world's oil held hostage now with this Iran thing in the Strait of Hormuz. I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't want your name on this, son. No matter how smart you think you are, no matter how much you think you know better than the crazy man in sunglasses. Do you understand what the Reich has done? They've subjugated the masses here. They've deployed our military against us, mass men kidnapping and murdering U.S. citizens. They're deporting anyone they can grab to fucking Botswana, wherever the fuck. They got the world economy in shambles. Farmers are like, I ain't going to be able to get no damn fertilizer. And what I can get right now, 70% markup. That sounds like bankruptcy to me, son. As if you farmers weren't hurting enough with Donnie's tariff grift. Meant to bankrupt you so his buddies can come buy your farm. Starving entire countries. Bombing here, there, and every fucking where. Saying they want to annex our neighbors. All our trade partners are telling us to fuck off. No one wants to partner and ally with us. What this Reich has, the damage they have done in a little over a year, my God. Thanks, Rubes. 1. You need to get your name off it too if it's on it. Good luck, son. Oh, they brought the ghoul out today. Stephen the Ghoul Miller. Living on an army base because he knows he's subjugating all of you. There has never in history been a more total asymmetric one-sided annihilation of the enemy than what is unfolding right now in Iran. Really? Is the Strait open, son? Because from what I'm seeing, there's boats burning full of oil. The Strait's fucking closed the fuck down. Despite we're the most powerful military in the world that's ever been on this planet, that little strait, that little cove is a death trap that we can't control. As powerful as we are. All I heard from the Reich today, I'm talking every single one, son. I listened to the news all day, been looking at it all day, the different faces that come on the shows, the different interviews. I haven't heard one person say exactly, we know what to do, we're going to handle this, we know what to do. Not one. How many days has the Strait been closed? What I'm trying to tell you, son, in a roundabout way here, I don't see a plan in the foreseeable future of getting that Strait open, and the military seems clueless, and the Reich seem clueless. They don't know what to do. That's what I'm telling you. And it's obvious. Who has the power in this situation? The Iranians do. I'm noticing the bomb 'em back to the Stone Age talk has died down. Have you noticed that? You know why, son? Because they don't know what to do. The Iranians have the leverage. They have the power right now. Incredible, isn't it? So Stephen can give his little Goebbels fake-ass Baghdad Bob speech that, the enemy's totally obliterated. It's total asymmetric. Really? Because I saw 8 dead soldiers. I see planes going down. That's another 6 dead, I'm sure. And then there's the dead you're not telling us about, which I'm sure exist. The hundreds of injuries, some of them very serious, of American soldiers. The dead little girls. The fact that the Strait's on fire. That even anchored boats are getting attacked. That the Straits closed the fuck down. That U.S. military bases across the Middle East have been fucked up. And we can't evacuate the troops. And we can't evacuate Americans across them. It don't sound like it's going well, Mr. Gould. I keep hearing the right come out and say this every day, yet the Strait's still fucking closed. So this nothing but a Baghdad Bob speech. This nothing but, Goebbels here, just flat out fucking spouting fantasy. Asymmetric, my ass. Tell that to the 7 families that, are burying their fucking loved one. Tell that to the stock market. Tell that to the motherfuckers going to work and their little tiny bit of extra money. Maybe they got 20, 30 extra a week. Now goes on gas. Gone. Forget about it. On top of their $2,000 rent for their hovel. On top of their fucking $500 electric bill. At least. We've had this huge... Oh, this is an Iowa farmer, who probably voted for Donnie. Most of you farmers did, I'm sure, because, good Christian, all that, racism, all that. We don't like Mexicans, even though we need them to pick our crops, all that. How's he looking now? After the tariff grift. After you're waiting like a year to get a fucking handout. We've had this huge jump in fertilizer prices because of this conflict. Well, you wanted this conflict, son. You wanted Donnie's shitbags, right? You got them. With 30% of fertilizer coming through the Strait of Hormuz, we've only been in conflict for 12 days here, and our fertilizer costs have jumped 77%. 77, you say? For a farm that needs a shit fuck ton of fertilizer, that sounds real expensive. But you wanted Donnie, you got Donnie, and don't tell me you believe that bullshit that he wasn't going to start no wars. Since when did conservative voters ever give a fuck about starting wars anyway? Every Republican president starts a war. It's a foregone conclusion. The only reason Donnie didn't do it is because when he pulled his 3 Hitler moves right in the first 6 months of his first term, Ann Coulter shamed him and Alex Jones shamed him, so he decided, I'm going to do the man of peace thing. Because my cult and the right-wing grift machine, they don't want war anymore, so I got to pretend that I'm not the Antichrist. And I don't want to bomb the whole planet. Now he's bombing the whole planet. He's being himself. And you knew what he was. Don't lie about it, son. You wanted it, you got a 77% increase on fertilizer while you can get it, son. Because again, from what I'm hearing with the Reich and everybody else, on your side of things that you put in charge, not one of them knows what the fuck to do. Iran, they got the Reich back on their heels, son, and they popping them in the jaw. And they don't know what to do. And I was worried we were going to get in some situation just like this. And all our weapons are Donnie Shitbags in a diaper full of shit and orange face, who's been nothing but a low-rent mobster his whole life. And Pete, the Fox News host, Hegseth, in full makeup. That's what we got to figure this the fuck out. We're doomed and we're fucked. And they can keep that shit closed for a few years. And I don't think there's dick Hegseth can do about it. What do? Nuke the strait? Okay, then you make it unusable forever. There is no answer. The Reich is fucked. The working man's fucked because he got to put gas in his fucking car. The soldier's fucked because he might die for this worthless bullshit. Also, a bunch of old men, a finance minister, a fucking prime minister of a country, whatever his title is, Bibi Netanyahu and Donnie, all people that are going to croak in under 20 years. Also, they can stand there and look at a temple and say how great it is. You wanted Donnie, you got Donnie. 77% increase on fertilizer and no oil. And $5 a gallon gas. Iran hit 16 vessels so far in the Strait of Hormuz. That's all it takes for Iran to control 20% of the world's oil and become an oil hegemon. The number one strategic outcome U.S. has sought to prevent in the Middle East since the 70s. Iran is not weakening, it's gaining power. Right, I noticed too, son. I'm glad this guy noticed too. I don't even know who the fuck he is. It's just popped up on my feed. When you step back from this situation, forget what country you're from, forget your politics, forget the history of the nations. And you ask yourself, who has the power in this situation? Well, I'd say it's the people that have that geography, they have that location, and they have the weapons and the will to keep that strait closed forever. They have the power right now. I can't believe they've done it. But they've done it. And I can tell Donnie has no clue what to do. Pete has no clue. There ain't one person in the Reich that has a clue what to do. And we're at the end. New York Times. This came out at the end of the day, 9:48 p.m. Looks like that. Trump removes sanctions on Russia to help oil flow amid Iran conflict. Boy, isn't it a nice, convenient excuse? And again, class, Donnie was always going to bring Vlad to the table. We were always going to alienate all of our allies and move closer to Vlad, North Korea, the Saudis. And that's exactly what's happening. This war, the added benefit for Donnie and his massa boss Putin, is it gives an excuse, the world economy, to get rid of the sanctions on Russia. It gives Vlad more income to kill Ukrainians. Everybody wins. On Team Satan, that is. Israel, Russia, Donnie. And Donnie has an excuse to bring Boss Putin to the table because he knows a lot of Americans might not like that and might call him a Russian asset again. So now he has this war as an excuse. The same excuse I assume they'll cancel the midterms for. Because this war could go on till then. It wouldn't surprise me. This could go on for years. Donnie can't do shit. You bring ships in that strait, they get torn to pieces by drones and missiles. All day, every day. So I don't know what the Reich's going to fucking do here. I don't know what the solution is. I assume Donnie will just taco eventually just realize that, it's costing too much. It's making me look too bad. Too many people hate me more. Let me just pull out and declare victory and, we're good. That's what I expect the Reich to do. Will they do it? I don't know. Or will this just keep escalating? Will they get more frustrated and frustrated to the point they drop a nuke on them or something? I wouldn't put it past them. Or maybe they drop the nuke on us and blame it on Iran. I wouldn't put it past them. Again, they sent masked men to shoot women in the face and shoot men in the back. There's nothing they ain't capable of, son. They bombed schools full of fucking girls, little children. And then lie about it. Even when the whole world already knows it was an American missile that hit the school. They still lie about it. Anyway, I got to get going. And, we get closer to Boss Putin because that's where it was always going, son. And Donnie got the perfect excuse. Maybe that was a planning aspect of this war. Maybe that's why Vlad said, okay, I'll let you attack my proxy. You release the sanctions. You got the excuse. Everybody's happy. Anyway, all I can say is, because I don't know what else to say because I'm too tired, is don't take the mark and have a wonderful evening.